Hey, it's Coach Chris with Hoops King, and I want to show you our indoor hands-on shooter basketballs. Now these come in 27.5 inch and 28.5 inch sizes. So what we have here is a higher quality basketball. We do sell these as a rubber version of the basketball, but these are more for indoor play and training. And you'll see we simply have the hands painted on for right and left-handed shooters, and so that players, young players especially, can learn the proper hand placement on the basketball. And that's one of the biggest issues I see as a coach, is that kids want to hold the basketball, their hands on the side of the basketball, or they'll be part way into the middle, and we want to get those hands, the shooting hand, into the middle of the basketball consistently to develop one shot. A lot of kids practice 2 or 3 different shots. They'll do several different things when they shoot the basketball, and the key to being a great shooter is to have one shot that you consistently repeat the same motion in the shot without having variation. So you'll notice on this basketball we have the white space here on the palm, and that's a reminder to not shoot with your palm. A lot of young players will take this like a shot put, and they'll put it right in their palm, and they don't have a lot of control over it. Think about a shot putter. They have a control over the general direction the shot put's going, but not precisely. That's the same thing when you shoot a basketball with your hand, with your palm on the basketball. It's just going to go in a general direction. You're not going to have precise control. So we want to get it up on the finger pads of your hand. Get that off there. Like the old coach's rule is 2 fingers underneath your palm of basketball. So that's what we're looking for there. Again, the circle is a reminder for that. And we also have a star on the second index finger. Now, some coaches will teach different ways. This basketball is set up so that your index finger's in the middle, but you can also have the third finger in the middle, or a combination. However you want to teach it, however your child wants to learn it, you can do it however you like. So there it's on the middle. There you could slide it over and make that split, or you could actually just move your third finger over. But a lot of players, coaches will teach that index finger in the middle. Okay, so now on the guide hand here, or balance hand, whatever you want to call it, there's a ton of different names for it. Again, we just want to get that away from that other hand. We want to have that one true-handed release, and that's what this basketball is going to help you achieve, is a true one-handed release. Now this basketball will help you develop the true one-handed release, because the problem with young shooters is they learn to shoot with 2 hands. They hold the basketball like this and they shove it like that because they're playing on a basket that's too high for them at a young age, and then it's hard to overcome many of the bad habits that doing that causes. And so this is a constant reminder with the basketball to be able to have a true one-handed release, because we got one hand, our shooting hand, in behind the basketball. We got one guide or balance hand on the side of the basketball. So it's not going to interfere when we shoot the basketball. And this is a great drill right here for even young kids to do. Don't shoot at the basketball, just shoot it up in the air, get it to spin, and come back down. Work on the hand placement and shoot the basketball. Okay, you can get hundreds of reps up in a few minutes doing that, and just get that muscle memory going with this basketball. This basketball comes with my complete 35-minute shooting workout, where I show you how I've helped build players' shots over the years. You just have to text that number on the basketball, and we'll send you that free video. So you're going to get a training video access online with the basketball. Again, this is a great composite indoor basketball. It's going to last you a long time. It's going to give you more of a game feel. So if you don't want that rubber basketball with the hands on it, this is a good alternative to having something that feels more like a player would play within a game. So get the hands-on shooter, the ball with the built-in coach, because you're not always going to be there as a coach or a parent to help your child correctly shoot the basketball. And with a built-in shooting coach, your child will learn faster the right way, the correct way to hold the basketball, so that they can make shots and score more points in games. Now, obviously this basketball we mostly market and sell it as a shooting aid, but it's actually a passing aid as well. because we want to, as a good player and an older player, you need to be able to pass the basketball with one hand. And what that means is throwing the basketball around your defender. Okay, so I want to be able to step and pass the basketball by my defender, and I'm going to have to do that one-handed. I can't throw a chest pass around a defender. I got to be able to step around the defender and throw it off my hip. Now that almost is just like my shot. Okay, so the key to throwing good one-handed passes is having your hand in behind the basketball. Well, again, a lot of players, they'll get their hands off over here, and they don't have as great a control of the basketball. So the hands-on shooter, it could also be called the hands-on passer, because it's going to show you the proper place to place your hands when throwing great one-handed passes. And for the lefties, when you want to be able to throw those weak hand passes, you know, for example, in an offense, if I'm at the top of the key here and I need to throw it over to the wing, I don't want to throw a pass like that because my defender is right in here. I need to have the defender, my body, and the basketball protecting the basketball. So my body is in between the defender and the basketball. And if I have my left hand pass here, I can throw that and the defender's still over here. All right, and again, the left hand is really hard for kids to learn to throw with because they want to put their hands over here and cheat and use that right hand. This gets their hand in truly behind the basketball and allows them to really punch through that pass. And so it's also a great training aid for passing.